Where we are today, when you look at where we are today versus, let's say, where we were 10 years ago, and I guess we'll call this, for argument's sake, the Elon Musk era of space. He seems to be the driving force right now. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no.
Okay.
He's got that wonderful combined skill set of being technically very astute and originally trained in science and engineering, and being a great businessman and a good self-promoter. I mean, he's Tony Stark. What can you say to that?
Right, sure.
So I think he elevates above the pack for that reason. You mentioned early on Jeff Bezos, and I think he's the dark horse. Blue Origins is the dark horse. We just don't know as much about their plans.
Right.
But there are some other players that are choosing to be a little quieter as they raise money, as they try out their ideas.
But they're certainly not as far ahead as he is in terms of the number of launches. It's been pretty phenomenal how many launches he's doing.
Right. He's been shipping supplies to the space station for a couple of years. He's had a few notable failures, but more successes than failures, which is what you expect.
And the Dragon capsule is going to be taking humans up, I think, next year or the year after.
Probably the year after, but
yeah, 2017.
It's
coming. So it's literally around the corner.
So in 10 years, yes, that is remarkable progress, because none of this was, if you asked people 10 years ago, they'd have just said, oh, it's off in the future again, the indeterminate future.
Right. So based on where we are now, if Elon and then let's say the contemporaries or the people who are right behind him trying to catch up, what is this cohort going to achieve in the next 10 years? So when we look out to 2026 and just, the near future, when we get all 3 Star Wars movies are out and we're all 10 years older, what will the space program look like?
Well, I'm going to guess that the biggest achievement in the next 10 years will be the demonstration of a viable business model for space. And that would be key, because these people, of course, all have deep pockets. They're investing. They know it's hard. They know there will be failures. And they're projecting, markets for tourism and markets for joyrides, Branson's suborbital flights, and Elon Musk, and space hotels from what's his name, Bigelow, who owns a hotel chain on Earth and wants his hotel chain in orbit. These people are all playing with business models for their activity, as usual, starting at the high end, the millionaires and billionaires, but working quickly down to upper middle class people. So 10 years to demonstrate that it's a viable business, the thing will snowball at that point, because it's, there's plenty of people going to sit, there's plenty of money is going to sit on the side waiting for return on investment. And as soon as that starts to appear, then it'll get really hot.
Hey everybody, let me take a moment to tell you about one of my addictions. Yes, that's right, something that I cannot live without and that I have to do literally every day. And that is Audible. I am addicted to the spoken word. Obviously, I am a broadcaster here doing This Week in Startups, 104 episodes a year. I like conversations. I like learning. I like nonfiction. Sometimes I like fiction too, don't get me wrong. But boy, am I a nonfiction junkie. I love Audible because on my way to work, on my way home from work, when I'm walking, I'm trying to do a lot of steps with my Fitbit here. And I love to listen to something that enriches my mind, my life, and my spirit. And that is Audible. I literally have the Platinum program, and I get, whatever that is, 20 credits a year, something crazy. So I never have to even think about what I'm buying. I just go to whatever the best, most popular books are, and I just grab like 10 of them at a time, 5 of them at a time, download them to my phone, and I've always got something to listen to. So I'm like looking through my phone here at all these incredible things I've listened to. Waking Up by Sam Harris and The Martian by Andy Weir are both amazing. Now, Waking Up is read by Sam Harris, but The Martian is read by a guy named R.C. Bray, and he is awesome. There are other books in my collection here that I want to point out. One of them is Building Great Sentences. Now, this is something that I would never have come across, but they have this thing called the Great Courses. I don't know what this is. I just stumbled upon it. But, I'm a writer, and I try to improve my writing, and there's some news coming about my writing, maybe a book. And I was really thinking about how I structure sentences. And so I got this book on building great sentences. And if you read some of the stuff I write at calacanis.com, what you'll find is me experimenting with some sentence structure. And I really have enjoyed this particular book. I'm going to make that my Audible pick of the week, which is Building Great Sentences. It's just really amazing. The book really helped me become a better writer. And exploring the writer's craft is this tagline. It's Professor Brooks Landon from the University of Iowa. I don't know who he is. I don't know what drives him, but I do know that I did a search for writing, and I was like, I need to get better at writing. Boom. And so an amazing book, and I take a lot of walks and listen to these books. Unlike streaming services, you own your books, so that means you can download them and listen to them whenever. They're always in sync. This is one of the great things. When I'm on my desktop, I listen to it. I get in my car. I take out my phone. It says, hey, we know you were on this last time at this moment in time. Do you want to skip ahead? Of course I do. Yes. So anyway, that's my recommendation. Go ahead and get a free audio book at audible.com/twist, audible.com/twist. You get a 30-day trial membership. Download my book of the week, which is Building Great Sentences, Exploring the Writer's Craft from the Great Courses. But if you want something that'll just be more for your soul and thinking about personal development, Sam Harris's Waking Up is amazing and delightful. I really, really enjoyed that book. And if you want to get a little fiction, of course, Andy Weir's been on my program here This Week in Startups, and The Martian is amazing. Go to audible.com/twist, audible.com/twist. They have 180,000 titles in every genre, and it's audiobook, spoken word. Everything is just amazing over there. And you can also, if you're into reading, you can sync with WhisperSync the audiobook in your Kindle. I don't do this actually because I get strained when I read. My eyes get a little strained. I have glasses now for the first time. And I just like to listen because for me, I'm reading emails all day. I just love to listen and lay in bed sometimes and listen. Also, I got the Amazon Echo, and I have hooked up with the Amazon Echo Audible. So I said, hey, Audible, play The Martian, and it plays The Martian from again, whisper synced with the same spot. So it's just amazing. And now I'm getting into kids' books on it. If you don't have audible.com, man, you're missing out because it's incredibly high quality and I just love it. Okay, this is going to be a 20-minute love letter to Audible. All you need to know is audible.com/twist, audible.com/twist, and thank Audible_COM. And can somebody call my friends at Twitter and get Audible? Let's just get them to handle Audible instead of audible_.com. We got to get this worked out. Anyway, let's get back to this amazing program. Thanks, Audible.